Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. I'll punish. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon. Chesto! One more time! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious!
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't take... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's
It's because the killer tortured...
So that's what were they trying to find? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, this is whoever found the bomb first.
Damn it! The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with... Wounds?
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place! If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him. Him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was cut.
It's because the killer tortured.
No, that's wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared. Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct-taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Hey! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct-taped his mouth shut.
Crap!
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct-taped. Taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bombs. Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those words! No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? You might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you...
If so, friggin' crazy.
No, they didn't just go crazy. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the...
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door...
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh?
Even if it was only a coincidence.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of... I do not...
That's our Miss Sonia. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what...
Damn! The direct cause of the fire was... the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure! A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panel. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they felt like
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else that...
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through.
Is that...
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't...
I...
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Are you saying that...
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible. To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms... and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would... be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Crap!
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just a leg, tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use... Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but... Tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but... Tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong!
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, that rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it!
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into and let the knife fall,
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand? And with his right hand.
if he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand? Hand with his right hand.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
if he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow.
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got this...
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire.
Probably thought the fire would...
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything...
Monami says...
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So... this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed.
I also want to believe that there's no killer.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by my... That's how.
Everyone, working together.
All right.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
Aborting Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean...
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the blood...
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but...
We might need to think and if there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand.
I see!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
I see!
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section...
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily. It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time.
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was.
How it was positioned. It's all coming together! The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him.
Perpendicular.
If Nagito did that all by himself,
That'd be awesome, but
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder. So, how about it? Using this...
He probably chose that spear so he could commit. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just...
I agree. When I was investigating this case, why did the killer use the knife and the spear so different?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body.
not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth, too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake by committing a suicide that looked like a murder. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's serious.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the...
So why did he not just do that? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be
That should be okay.
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my memory. So what are you gonna do?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide.
You're right. It is...
Then that means we're done with this last class trial. It's okay to reach such a happy ending.
Then it's okay? It's understood.
No,
Hold...
sorry, just a little more. I can't help but feel like...
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor...
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about... No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death... I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor...
There's just one thing that doesn't plus. It's something even Nagito couldn't influence.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Crap! 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 We will never give up! I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Got it! In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specify.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
I quit! There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that
Hold on. Are you suggesting again?
You guys were the ones who said it was a...
No, I don't think it's a mistake, but it's... Come to think of it, did Nagito really?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our... For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! Because you believe in his mouth. I see. I get...
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied.
You're right.
Just to be safe. Guess I have no choice.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no...
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. That's right. If all your hopes are united...
No, no! I'm Monami.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death,
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other
possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand.
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be...
If you think the cuts on his legs...
Are we finished already?
I feel like...
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after...
Exactly! Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember when I went to investigate Nagi inside the refrigerator.
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it,
If poison was the cause of death, it would not.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. I'm sure.
What does that mean?
but even if there's no way we'd notice.
Did he wound his...
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his...
If it was a slow-acting poison,
No, the warning label on the bottle.
Then it's impossible. Both his...
And this is when the hardtail appears!
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he...
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should...
It's all coming together! What if instead of drinking the poison, it's written on the poison's warning? Dangerous when vaporized. In other...
Poison gas!
He breathed that poisonous gas? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse...
I see!
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to...
The poison gas disappeared?
Well, this...
Of course! The chemical bonds that form the poison were...
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air. So it probably didn't affect us because we were still...
But Nagito was laying down, so he must...
If it meets the requirements that well...
Yeah, the true the wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach...
So
Huh?
we figured out that Nagito... In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide.
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. All right. All the mysteries should be solved.
What? There's still more?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
There might have been... an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse...
I see!
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere.
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning.
The container probably...
It's probably plastic or glass, right? Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenade...
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned it?
That is impossibly mean!
Like, does that really? I mean, even if he had an accomplice...
You're right.
Ah, you're right! You're
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet?
That's...
Huh?
I feel like not by calling this Nagito's suicide. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost! The power of friendship bursts! Still, that's pretty messed up!
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but... in the end, the reason he died... Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion...
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should... Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally...
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the
It's fine, okay? And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe...
I got it!
I see.
Huh?
The fire... Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we use, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Bastard. Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those the canister was completely sealed shut.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the ends.
That is true, but...
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime.
If so, then there's no mistake.
Seriously? That's impossible! Miss Sonia...
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of... Huh?
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his copy.
Huh? That's just a bit...
No. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So, what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it, so in the end, he still...
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just...
See? I told you. The conclusion...
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell?
Is this not settled?
No,
Chiaki?
I'm sorry.
Real?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When I thought along those lines,
The horrifying truth?
it probably...
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire, the poison was deployed. And it converted to poison.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us. Through the...
Hold on
It would mean he...
You said so yourself!
Then who...
You mean...
Do you...
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Crap! I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
I see! That was...
Hey, how many times are you...
The next question will be my last. Why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
I see!
Don't tell. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out?
It was a trap. Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a trap to make one of us...
Seriously, I'm asking...
I don't know. The person who threw it probably...
Huh? Could it be...
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do, and for that reason... He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other... Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder.
To do that, the poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't... It might be the poison's fault they let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let...
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking...
That was his trap. Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder. He wanted to prove to us there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide... After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge... For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, meaning he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved.
That's totally messed.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so...
That's not the fucking issue here!
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is...
But... what should we...
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where...
However, Monokuma...
That's right! There's no way he'd be able to figure that out! If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count!
You know, I don't actually... I know perfectly well. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of the...
Please stop!
How can you...
So, of course this trial still counts.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we...
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, there's one way. Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time? I want to make sure my Hajime...
I got it. Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan, Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base. Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire... and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he... Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with... However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with, he lay down face up, just beneath... But this was just the beginning of Nagito's... First, he covered his mouth with duct... He stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also went through all this. Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse. The panels fell one after another. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the... We then aimed for the fire's origin. It never occurred to us that one of those... The poison sank to the floor. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vapor. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly... which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is. Try as we might, we cannot reach that. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure...
Just as I thought.
You say we...
What Hajime said is probably true. Did Nagito really not care? He said this to us earlier. That feeling of belief. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? So I want you to try to remember.
I see!
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Guess the last thing he could believe...
It's not so strange, really. Most of us...
But, in his case,
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at... But his luck doesn't have anything.
I just thought he factored in his belief in us. But for... No, there's no way. You know, he wasn't just after any... He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all... The target's true identity. That's why he relied on being the ultimate luck. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would... You mean...
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so...
Who is it?
I see!
That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the
Then he
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end.
Then... what...
So he was... That's probably true.
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this... Damn it! We're all...
It means he wants us to beat the
By finding out who the traitor is, that's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got some...
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do?
The only thing we can...
If we don't, then we...
But even if, if we don't know who the target is...
You are absolutely right. It is hard to
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that would it have stopped Nagito from...
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Because...
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why...
You want us to...
Yeah.
What?
Who do you think it is? Who do you think the future Foundation...
What?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist...
Seriously!
Who do you think? Hajime.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right?
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie!
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing. Because we already know the killer, so the only thing left to do.
Hold on! If you say you are the traitor, please provide an We cannot vote until we are satisfied.
Hey, if you're really the traitor...
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out you.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost. Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but that's why... I want you to do it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's...
I'm very sorry.
Looks like... It's not like I believe she's the traitor.
If she was just disguised or something, this...
She's not disguised at all, 'cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki with...
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much. Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Burst open and mix! I can't lose! I won't let you! Burst open and mix! I'll lower your grades! Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along! Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along! I won't let you! Burst open and mix! I can't lose! I won't let you! Burst open and mix! I'll lower your grade! Chiaki and I aren't best friends!
This is the end! We investigated Nagito's cottage. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole
I don't know!
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring...
Give me that notebook! What is
Is the traitor's
Nagito was probably looking for that too. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. However,
You know.
it took me this long. First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote.
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sent?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know. In the notebook, there was a specific entry. There it is, but the only one who knew that. That's right. The only person who knew that. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have.
There must be some mistake. I mean, what was all that time we spent with? Was that all a lie?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma.
I'm not satisfied. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only...
That doesn't make any sense.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake.
Shit, that is a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you...
Of course not.
I will not believe it! There is...
But then nobody will be safe.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known. If that bomb was fake or not! The only person who knew it wasn't fake was me, when I tried to detonate it! Chiaki is not the
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, There's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake, the only person who knew... Me, when I...
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not... Not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card...
If she's a traitor, she would... There's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake or not, the only person who knew it was me, when I tried to...
That's not it. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been... Monami was also there when you found... You said so yourself.
Is that true?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was... I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that! Enough already. I do not want this anymore.
So...
And does not mean we should Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is a traitor! counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence...
Damn it!
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told that it was... If so, you could not declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together. There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
That...
No, he won't lie at times like this.
Hajime!
That's...
It's just, even if Chiaki, that basically just means...
that's not...
Telling us to trust his luck?
There's no way I can believe in...
I'm telling you, that's not it! We shouldn't believe in Monokuma. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her.
Damn it.
Hey, there's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by... You guys can stay alive by...
Are you telling us to believe in you?
I'm such a... Monami, you're probably gonna get scolded by... But still, I want to protect everyone by... And...
It's not up to me to decide whether that... However, I believe it's... We could even call...
Hey, what have you two been...
I know.
Hey,
You don't have to worry. Believe in me.
Why?
even so.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Congratulations.
Damn it.
Damn it!
I'm sorry I didn't...
What?
That is...
I'm... 'Cause... Well...
Why?
Well...
That is...
Yeah. Like... So...
Yes, indeed.
Huh? Are...
Huh?
Nope. Well...
Chucky.
Perhaps...
Hey, come on now.
I can't lose. Hiya!
Huh?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
What'd you say?
Huh? No.
Ah! Phew!
I can't move. If I don't beat you,
Stop it, I say!
hey, hey. I won't forgive you. I won't let you. Hey, hey.
Ooh, how exciting!
What?
Hey, hey.
Too bad!
That's wrong.
Damn it!
Hey,
Could it be?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey.
In the end, even if Monami risks her life. So how about this? This What's this?
I can't lose.
It's okay, Monami. Well, let's believe in them. Right?
Damn it. Please listen.
Like... This is bad.
Damn it! Yoo-hoo! Shing!
I'm sorry.
Ben! I prepared a very special bleeding service!
Huh?
Uh-huh.
That is...
You guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just one last time. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people. But still, even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you. Love!
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true, 'cause...
Bye-bye! Please don't forget about your teacher!
Let's give it everything we've got! I don't! What? Phew! Huh? Hey! I shall now present! Whew!
Huh?
Stupid fool!
Hey! No, no! Hey,
Hey.
Yep. Yeah.
Hello there. See? Well? Yep. Perhaps...
Yo!
Listen well.
Damn right. Damn it.
Hey!
How unfortunate. Now then. Now then. Well... Please call me the ultimate hope.
Hey.
Yeah.
You are a boy, right? I'm gonna do it!
Thanks for the food.
Dumbass!
Young master for Yuhiko.
Shut up.
This is your leader's order. What? In the name of my family.
Hajime. It's gonna be fine.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but
Huh?
Hmm?
Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo!
What's going on?
That is...
Well, yeah.
That's...
Of course not!
No, no! What?
Lies.
Stupid fool!
I don't like this. Fine.
Don't fuck with me!
In other...
Hey!
What's this? No way! Shing!
Huh?
Hey, are you sure about this? So...
That's right!
No! Hey, damn it! Uh-huh.
Hey!
What are you saying?
It cannot be.
Hey, bastard!
I'm gonna do it!
Hey!
Jeez.
You serious?
However...
Damn it.
Damn it.
So annoying.
Jeez.
All right!
Prepare your...
Like...
Hey!
Of course!
Hey!
Even so.
Whoa!
Jeez. Man.
However... All right!
Jeez, you're pathetic. Huh. Later.
Excuse me.
Oh my! Miss Sonia!
I knew you could do it.
I am concerned.
Hey, but hold on. Shing! Hey, hey! By the way, I got it! Come on!
What's going on?
No way! Wawa? Whew. What are you saying? Hello.
Jeez. Damn right.
Maya! No, no! What? Actually... Yes, indeed!
Don't fuck!
Unbelievable. Hey, Phew.
Huh?
Huh?
You...
Hey, Phew. What? In other words, of course.
What'd you say? Damn it! Bastard! Huh? Well, yeah. Hey! Like... So... Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Bastard! No shit!
What are you gonna do? Ooh. Well now.
Danganronpa. Danganronpa. Danganronpa.
Bye, everyone.
Danganronpa.
This is...
Danganronpa.
You